Because now if Stumpy's wrong, he'll just say, oh, well, you know, I took the weird bet for everybody. So that way, you know, everyone will feel better about themselves. If he's right, I'm not going back into the green room after this. I will just leave for the day.
It's the classic Stumpy Godlin prediction that you can't get away from, you know?
He loves it, doesn't he? We'll see who's going to be loving it coming out of this series. Best of 5. And the best play there from Nolly might have been called off by Devo. Goes for the backboard. Only 10 boost to his name. He's at least got the jump from the opponents, but Devo will find something. I am curious to see what we get here from the Giants because it's so difficult to continue to commit to plan A when you're on the run of form that they are currently on. But I don't believe at any point so far we have seen, you know, a plan B from them, as we do see a very high angle shot there from Nolly.
Well, the plan A, I think, really just comes down to make sure you don't get crushed on the challenge game, because you got 3 real quick players over on that guild side. Tho obviously is going to, you know, what I affectionately call face dive at everything as fast as he can, and he's going to be a nuisance all around. And Devo's that real strong backbone, so that's really where I think you have to start the series off, is making sure you're staying fairly even in that regard.
Yes, every team that has had any real success against Guild has been able to at least, you know, nullify what Tho has been doing, because 100 boost or 10 boost, he will play the exact same
He's
way.
committed.
As Stake will take the shot. Good save from Nolly. And even manages to get it back into the path of Tho. So far, nobody able to quite break the deadlock. Zamway. Reset. I don't think he quite got it. Either way, he did bounce off the ball too much. And a very high up third man from Itachi. That might have actually put his team in a bit of trouble. Nolly very far back, though. Vodafone Giants taking their next attempt.
Gotta be feeling that frustration if you're Vodafone Giants. You kind of spend a decent chunk of this game already on your back half, and I think they're antsy to get out, see if they can catch Guild trying to keep that pressure up and maybe get a strong counterattack. But it's the real risky approach, because you leave yourself open to a lot, like you said, and Itachi backed up a little bit now and goes to the punt off the back wall.
Tho trying to come through and cut rotation. Not able to do it. Now stuck in a bit of trouble, especially off the bump. Nobody really turning up in time, but for now, Guild not looking at the most solid in defense. Tho comes in and helps, and there's that lingering player downfield that you're always going to want. And just cut through the rotation of the attacking team. Nothing just yet, and the longer we wait, the more important this first goal becomes. Zamway hasn't got on target. First time in his second shot. Took it away from any possible rebound, but they've still got a chance. Up goes Itachi. He's got a teammate. Devo's bump onto that teammate, though, would have made the infield pass difficult, even if that had got over to them. Vodafone Giants, though, easing into it.
Oh, there you go. They're also finding those powerful clears off the walls, too. Nolly floater towards the backboard. No problem for Zamway. And that's also a good approach to have if you're just trying to clear the space. You need a little more breathing room. Just force them back with the power hits.
Nolly has got Devo in support. Devo tried to get to it. He's won the challenge. And Tho decides to hold back. Even then, did go in for a second attempt. To me, Nolly has always been the player to watch. If you want to get a good gauge on how Guild are playing, you know, we already know what Devo provides. We already know that Tho is the spearhead. Nolly's the one that reacts depending on how the rest of the team is playing. If they feels like they're being very aggressive, he holds back a little bit more. If he feels like they're in a very good position to attack quite a bit more, is actually Itachi's found his way through. That is the goal that you want from him.
Well, they caught Nolly here. It's kind of just poked out forward, and he makes the snap decision of, instead of trying to reach that ball, he tried to bump Itachi off the play. Just missed contact, and finally, with a little bit of room, Itachi wins the 1v1.
Left it late, but Vodafone Giants now up. Can they hold on to this? Nolly downfield, pokes the ball onwards. There's nobody back just yet. In goes Devo. Almost found the block. I cannot believe that achieves that. We've not only got a 1-0 game. I feel like we should have had more chances by now. Both teams have been quite open.
I definitely agree with that. It's kind of just been the smash it up the field, and no one's actually been able to hold on to it for particularly long. Itachi ripped off the wall, and Zamway actually great follow through, and maybe a good chance for Vodafone Giants to waste down some clock here at the end of the game.
The pass the ball long. Itachi just punts away Nolly. That was very rude of him. Oh, boy. Backboard. Nobody actually there. Oh, it came down. Foe couldn't quite read the bounce. That was just a regular backboard. You gotta think that Foe had that one. They are now running out of time. Actually towards. He's gonna want to keep this out of their side of the field. Stake decides to leave it. They all decide to leave it. Vodafone Giants start off well.
Well, there you go. I think that's about the best start you could hope for from Vodafone Giants. I didn't feel too good at it with the start of the game and how it was going. Guild definitely keeping a fair amount of pressure, but as that went on, like we said, strong clears, and gotta give credit to the defense. What is that? 8 saves for Vodafone Giants. So kind of getting worked through, I think, the standard paces here, but expecting Guild to find a way to turn that around. Like you said, it's the only difference maker here was one play from Nolly in the midfield, and you're actually going to see it right there. It's that, or no, that's not it. I thought that was going to be the counterattack because Nolly was also in the midfield on that one as well, and he just missed a bump. So that's really your only difference maker. There it is. He just missed that bump on Itachi. It really is. Itachi, that hard cut to the left, and then the recovery speed to get back up behind it and really put Devo in an awkward position as well. So great scoop and score from Itachi, really.
And you spoke about the amount of saves that the Vodafone Giants got, but trying to cast my mind back to what do they actually have to save? They're doing a great job of forcing those shots to just sort of be, you know, ones that you get the stat for, but not really all that threatening. I think the one time that we really got scared for them was the double tap attempt from Foe. Just couldn't quite get the read on that.
Difficult one, to be sure, but you're right. One that they desperately needed at that point, and now they want the quick counterattack games, but they're really not in position to go for that.
We do have Nolly moving in, delays the first touch, flip reset past the second. Nolly started to show off some of his class. They need to make use of that slight numbers advantage as Devo hits the crossbar, and he'll be much better off for the second hit.
Well done, Devo. Way to just go for the fight in the corner, and Zamway given the space as well. I think threw off the timing of that Giants defender, maybe thinking that somebody, aka Stake, was going to go and turn in on that a little bit sooner, and then realizing that Stake was kind of giving up the possession there, tried to go get aggressive, and Devo found a small gap.
Stake, double commit, but Nolly's actually got it to bounce off the side of his car. Follow-up from Devo wasn't quite there. It's a little bit of a calamity, actually, over in the midfield as both teams try and take control. Itachi does what he has to do, and that is prevent the dribble. Zamway looks to get it past Nolly. Do really like Nolly's positioning so far on the challenges, but right now this is a chance. And Devo had to respect it. Those are the sort of ones where sometimes the bounce is real awkward and it just bounces off your car into the net.
That was such a pretty approach, though, from Giants. I mean, Itachi's touch to get on the outside of that ball and slow one towards the net. Devo just in time, one more time into the mix and clear the way. Guild finally going to clear the space, but the Giants stringing together a couple of solid looks here.
So, important update as well, as the Giants not only need to make sure they play well here, but they need teams like Illusion and Atlantide Wave to not do fantastically today. Atlantide Wave are 1-1 currently against Team BDS.
Oh, wow.
So that game differential is something that they need to bring down. Giants coming into this at -5, Atlantide Wave in their series at -1. So if that goes to a game 5, or even if just Atlantide Wave win it, you know, we already know that BDS sometimes don't hit best form until playoffs. And things could get very, very iffy for them.
Real chaos energy, and big demo from Nolly actually lets Guild stay in possession here and try and extend the lead.
Zamway gets back, steals the boost. Actually, he's got a bit of a free reign to get to the other side of the field, at least until Foe came in. Jump goes under, looks to pinch it. Some creativity right now on the individual approaches.
Now we see Nolly throw, both trying to really make those defenders guess. It's just a matter of, do they have the resources to finish the job? And again, Zamway given space in that corner. It didn't work out last time, and it's a little dicey again here in the corner for Giants.
Starts to really open up a very difficult question to answer if you're Guild, which is when you're having this much success with those individual plays, it can be a little bit of a curse, because then you start to worry, How many are we going to send forward? How aggressive do we want this line to be? And do we want to get caught potentially in a 2v1 on the counterattack? So for Guild, they will need to keep an eye on that. Nolly wanted the boost, has to turn away from it. He's going to go and at least pick it up now. Looking at another 1-0 unless something changes. Zamway already up. 2 players from the Giants wanted to go for this. Stake in the corner, didn't get the bounce out that they really needed. That just hands the ball over to Nolly. Doesn't quite get full control of the ball. Itachi, goal scorer in the last game. Can he be a hero again?
Nolly just jumped up just to force the Giants back right there. It wasn't a matter of, I don't care if we hang on to it. It's just don't put more pressure on us on our half.
I do like that rotation, though. This player's already out of rotation. Use them. You know, get any sort of touch. You don't have to displace your back two. It has been a good defensive display from both teams so far. Maybe not something that we are quite used to seeing from these 2 rosters. But it has been very good to see.
I'm surprised by how much time we've really kind of spent stuck in the corners. I mean, normally you're used to seeing a lot of these plays from Giants and both Guild. I think more so in this one, it's been Guild going for the flip reset-y,
that's in
towards the middle of the pitch, and indeed it is. The full press from the Giants, or wait, where was Itachi?
There's Itachi. Itachi.
Oh, he's at the midfield. He wants boost.
There's no shiny thing over there, Itachi. I'm sorry, dudes.
Oh, no.
Well, that is the reason why the ball cam being on can be a little bit of a detriment at times. To make sure they stayed in the play and instead just didn't have the timing right on that boost. Usually players able to give a good mental map on as to when the boost is supposed to pop up. Yeah, that goal should see the end of this outside of a monumental collapse from Guild. And they haven't looked to be the team to do that so far this series.
Yeah, I think your question about what they want to do, how aggressive do they want to get, it definitely turned into the let's just make sure we don't give away a free opportunity. And indeed, one came gifted their way, and they find the win here in Game 2 and been pretty comfortable while doing it. Nothing too crazy. And again, I think you were absolutely right with the solid defensive showing. Sure, Vodafone Giants give up 2 here, but across the board, I mean, they were looking pretty solid. It's just, that second goal where they just got caught out because they have to score at that point, right?
Jeez. Apart from as much as I would love to take compliments right now, Atlantide Wave are winning 2-1.
It's chaos energy today, isn't it?
This is the Gibbs group right here. He's gonna be having to keep a good eye on this because what that means. Illusion have still yet to play their 4th. They will be playing against Giants in the next round. Atlanta, if they win that, they're safe at that point. They would have their 2 wins. They would be at least through to the knockout gauntlet. Wow.
Are you telling me, Shogun, that Europe is absolute madness and chaos again? How?
I enjoyed it. All right. Back in like season 5, where we just walked in, we was like, all right, we know one result, but the rest of them are very, very much up in the air. Yeah, no, as we get towards the end of the season, we have seen Europe quite a bit, and it's been nice to see all of a sudden. So yeah, that is a very, very big result, and we'll see if Atlantide Wave can at least close that one out for another huge regional for themselves. It's going from, hey, this is a team that's surprising us to, hey, this is a team that's doing this quite often.
They're definitely one you have to keep an eye on going forward. No questions asked. Before we get to that point, Nolly is thankfully just wide of the mark. Second chance from Tho off the bar, down and out. Ooh.
Just zeroing in. Hit the post, hit the crossbar. Next one will be right in the top corner. At least Guild will hope so. There's another chance at the free net. Vodafone Giants have gone from being defensive game 1 to having left themselves open to yet another long shot. Good pass. Unfortunately, it's now off the backboard. Devo out to his teammate. Well read by Itachi. He almost got the second touch.
Strong first hit from Zamway. Oh, and he got bumped. Oh, man.
Oh, that one hurt.
Best laid plans gone awry.
Tho almost found himself dunked by Zamway very far into his own side of the field. Here is Tho yet again. Taken down. Devo to the corner. Off the backboard. Zamway wants to try and follow, and you can see nobody from Guild really believing in that play. Guild, to me, look like they're trying to bait Giants in. They've stuck with the plan. Giants, slowly as we move on, have got more aggressive in their posturing.
That's what got Guild that nice insurance goal as well in the previous game. It really does see just, okay, we'll give you a little bit of ground there somewhere along the line when you go for those clears. And when that happens, you better make sure you get that follow-up challenge. You're going to find yourself in a bad spot quite quickly. Natachi doing just that, popped out in front, but no one else there. It's only Devo. Why?
Again, the bump almost ruining the play for everybody. Yeah, I think it's a good idea so far. We already saw in game one, you know, the Vodafone Giants with their clears. They are hitting them at the moment, so why just send a random player to chase them down when you pretty much know it's a good 90% chance that ball is going to hit your side of the field and you've just lost somebody for nothing. See, Nolly downfield. That shot was off target. Soundway will make sure of it anyway. Very, very interesting tactical game here at Chiefs.
It's so odd to see, you know, Guild try and take this, you know, 1 foot out and then suddenly both feet in. Oh my gosh, bouncing around. Throw again off the bar.
Crossbar. That's not hitting the crossbar.
That's, I think, 5 in this game alone.
We're going to have to replace it after this series. There is a dent in that thing after the amount of times Guild have tried to have a go at it. Well, wow. I believe the analysis, should Guild end up losing this game, will be quite simple, which is hit the ball a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's your own fault right there at this point.
Oh, dearie me. Now back into the corner. Foe straight down to Zamway. So far, despite the shooing not quite being there for Guild, they haven't conceded since the first game.
They haven't had to. I mean, the Giants haven't really... Ooh, nice little float across the net. But Giants really haven't put together a strong approach on offense yet. I don't think they have an answer for Guild just having these 2 deep players all the time. Pass down to Tho, and there you said down a little bit lower. Tho complies.
Yes. Well, look at this. What a set from Nolly. Waits for it, and Tho decides, all right, let's just blast this into the floor. We're not going to try and hit it upwards. Just blast into the floor. Make sure it goes in. That is Guild. The chance to take yet another game. I believe the panic meter should start rising right here if you're Giants.
Just a little bit.
I mean, even at this point, if Atlanta Wave lose, that game differential doesn't help them at all.
Yeah, because like you said, it may even come down to a potential game differential, and no one ever wants their destiny removed from their own hands. Zamway, great stop on the goal line, and pin straight down the middle, and oh my gosh.
Calculated from Vodafone Giants.
Wow.
You want to play to keep your season going? That's certainly one of them.
It looked like it too. I watched Steak's camera. He saw that catch or the trap by his teammate. He turned straight into it, knew exactly what was coming there.
I can't. This is just one of the reasons why I love this esport. You cannot be in a more defensive position and then be scoring 2 seconds later.
Perfect game for you.
There is no such thing as safe in Rocket League as we get ourselves down to the final 45. First time in this series that both teams have managed to score in the same game. Good block from Itachi. He can follow that. Nolly's the only one to stop him. I will correct myself. Nobody is able to stop Itachi.
Itachi, what a challenge, and oh, just the timing. He knew he didn't have much boost in the tank, so he really has to let that one come back to him off the ceiling, and thankfully the defense from Guild was expecting to be able to move forward, and they have to turn around and defend Itachi, so they couldn't actually get up and challenge him, and he turned in a beautiful go-ahead goal.
Just like that, Guild, who looks so comfortable, have now got to try and find themselves one more chance. Nolly over to himself. He's going to actually have to leave that one. Just ran out of booster at the very last moment. Over to the corner. Foe doesn't want to see that really powerful long clear that we've already seen. He was unable to prevent it, though. And we've got to go coast to coast if we want to try and force an overtime. Nolly pre-jumped it. And even that was not quick enough to beat Itachi. What a game of Rocket League. We're still not over just yet, but Steak will see it. And now it's match point Vodafone Giants.
So it takes a wild pinch goal and an Itachi outplay to get them the lead here in Game 3. But if your Vodafone Giants, at this point, with how the past couple of series you've played has gone against this team, you're feeling pretty good about your chances. But I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical because, one, this could have easily been a guild win. Like we said, it was 5 or 6 hits off the crossbar, right? Something wild like that. And two, it's still like there's one goal that you really feel like they earned, right? The pinch could have been, you know, who knows what could have happened there. They got it to work, right? But that's not something you can rely on consistently. And Itachi's not always going to have the space in the midfield to just turn in a flip reset into the top of the net.
Yeah, it really does feel like it's been magical moments for the Giants so far, rather than a plan that you can see them go to over and over again.
Yes.
But the good news for them is they don't need a plan that they can go to over and over again. They just need one more. And they have got themselves their first series in 6 group stage matchups. And it's something that they desperately need. I'll keep the update going as well. BDS taking it to Game 5 against Atlantide Wave.
Also, Giants' first win against Guild since, what is it? Oh, we gotta go back to BTS Summit 2. It's been a while since they've beat Guild.
Last year, wow. Well, if there's any time, it's when the pressure is on, and the pressure is well and truly on at the moment. Nice clear there on the volley from Devo. I feel like this is a sort of series that sort of deserves that Game 5 as Foe drops it to Devo. If they want to get it, they need to put shots like that a little bit further away from the keeper.
Oh, wow, what a takeaway. Itachi's trying to get creative in the challenge game, throw him off the scent a little bit, but ends up putting him in a bad spot, and he was expecting Devo to be right on that one. Oh, it's a disaster on the goal line for the Giants. They're just looking for any clear right now.
Well, they will eventually get it. Yeah, Itachi maybe having a couple too many good plays recently. Got very comfortable on the defensive side of the ball. Ollie just wants to try and slow play it, using the whole width of the field. That's 2 players down for him. Devo gets it back into the mid. As Foe straight off Stake, and Stake will be a little bit pre-warned there from now on. Don't put those back into the firing lines, as it is Guild swarming them. What a save from Zamway.
It's huge, beautiful setup from Guild. You said they needed to place it a little bit better. Well, there, I don't think it could have got much better, and still able to dive across and make a great stop. Well played on defense, Giants, but they need a little breathing room. They need some ball control.
Oh, that's that pinch again. Quick reminder towards Guild. Guild are no longer looking like they're waiting for Giants to beat themselves. Instead, they want to create their own chances. Themselves up to a 3-0 record on the day. Here is Zamway. Just straight to a Foe. That wasn't the most powerful clear. Good news for Guild is that there isn't many players in position just yet. It will change. Booming clear. Itachi. Not quite all good enough for him. I think if you want to get that clear, you just got to get Itachi where he's just got to make the decision of, am I going on the wall or not? Give up space to Itachi. That's fair. Can't tell how you would even deal with Itachi whenever he gets that ball in just a controllable position, because he's already shown that he can just flop it straight past you. Oh my goodness, Devo! Well, that was physicality at its best to get them the goal. That's a great way to deal with Itachi. Set him in the one-on-one, and Devo, it's the placement of that hop with the ball, right? Because if it goes towards the top of the net, it's real easy for Itachi to just jump up and kick it off the backboard, right? But since he makes that short hop approach and he just keeps it stuck in the middle, I mean, Itachi really doesn't have much options but to try and take that challenge head on. And Devo, just like you said, wins the physicality game. Once again, Giants want to try and get themselves back into this. Nolly, looping shot, and Samway had to respect it. Never going to be too sure whether or not it's going to hit crossbar or just go in. And Nolly again. Itachi brings it down for himself. 100 seconds left on the clock. Guild spreading out their players incredibly well. Even Foe with 0 boost, just trying to show that he was a danger. Giants do have a decent boost advantage right now. Will they recognize it? It's Foe, last-ditch effort, and he needed that to go well, and he got it to the other side of the field brilliantly.
And big time waster as well. Going to force Giants to make the press all the way from their own half, and maybe down a man, but Though is not under any real pressure. And again, there's that ball control from Guild this time. Just trying to waste as much time as possible.
They do have one of the best players on their roster for it in the form of Devo, but right now he's not really been needed for it. Instead, ball has been just get the ball over to Foe, and he will be very annoying. There's been somebody who's done well. Nolly's miss. Almost caught the team out. And that, so close to worst case scenario.
Awkward clear, and it was pixels away from coming into that second oncoming Giants player on the opposite end of the net. I think Guild very fortunate to still be in the lead here.
That's what's the backboard. Giants don't want the booming clears anymore. They want control. Stake over to the corner. Somewhere where we've seen the ball loiter quite a bit, but very few chances.
Goodbye.
There's the double commit. Devo, there will be no post. There will be no crossbar. Easy as you like.
All the discipline in the world, you know, just trying to force something through, and they've got a good rotation going, and then they've got 17 seconds left, and then it's just abandon ship. Everyone just dives at everything. It's like, we're going.
All right, well, once again, towards the very last few moments, Guild have given themselves a very comfortable goal lead. And once you can let them off for it, but this is the second time now Giants have been a goal down, and they just got a little bit too antsy, looking for that goal back in the final few moments. We're going to go to Game 5.
Well, this is still good as far as you're concerned. If you're Giants, you're keeping it close. You've played some 5 games. Obviously not ideal here, but you live in the bed you make, right? I mean, if you're going to...
I'm trying to do live maps at the moment here at Chief, so the longer you can talk, you'll help me out quite a bit.
So everyone knows caster math is the hardest math.
Yeah, so if Giants lose this one coming up, they would be at 0-3, -6 on their game differential. That means that they cannot catch Atlantide Wave, who are at -2. That won't be their thing, though. They will be going into their series against Illusion, who are -1 with a 1-2 record. I believe they would have to sweep them because there would be 5 games difference.
Yeah,
but it would be
put them at because you subtract 3 from Giants and add 3 to Illusion, which would put Giants at -2 and Illusion.
Win this one, Giants. You don't want that in your life.
Don't put the pressure of, okay, we just have to perfect sweep them. It's fine.
So the situation is this: Giants lose this, they will have to sweep Illusion to try and move themselves through to the next round. If they win this, it's win and you're in, I believe.
Well, let's say, what would happen if Giants win 3-1 versus Illusion, right? Would they win? They'd advance on head-to-head.
I believe then that would put Illusion Atlantide Wave tied at 1-3, -2.
Ooh. Or, well, no, because it would be, if Giants won 3-1 versus Illusion, Giants and Illusion would both be at -3. Right?
Yes. We need Gibbs for this.
We need Gibbs.
Coming up. Gibbs is coming very soon. Right now, the important thing, Giants need to win this one. They don't have to worry about any of that. Here comes Itachi to try and provide exactly that. As Nolly very calmly takes it back under his own control. Yes, always so important. We will always continue to talk about getting those top 2 spots, putting yourselves in the upper part of the knockout gauntlet. Right now, we're not even focusing on that. It's just survive day number 1. Comes Devo, no boost for him, pulls in Foe. And another really unfortunate touch. We've had a few of those, and absolutely no response from Guild.
Really trusted, though, to actually be able to capitalize on that when it took that weird skip around the corner. And again, double commit here, but this time on Guild's side, and they just turned it into a boost steal, and they will be forced to give up possession, but not the disasters that Giants have had.
Bit of an awkward bounce. Foe couldn't run onto it the way he wanted to, and he's put it directly into the path of Stake.
It's the bump here that makes the difference. You can see, though, it's not a bad idea to try and trap it, but Zamway just gives him a little tap, throws off the approach because Throw knows he needs a second touch there, and Stake's willing to dive at it, turns it in.
Well, there you go. Vodafone Giants starting off well. Here's Itachi. He scored like this earlier. Came so close to doing it a second time.
just needed a little more pace on it. It was so close, like you said, and oof, I don't know what GLD are gonna do right now, because right now, Giants, a little bit of fire under them, seeming to feel like they can play a little more aggressively and feel confident in holding a lead now, and they know they don't have to dive.
Here is Zamway. A lot of aerial plays being used by the Vodafone Giants. And somehow Devo finds a demo, passes it back over to Nolly. Opens up the field a little bit. Another demo, trying to keep the consistent 2v3. Foe, he's got no support at the moment. It finally comes in from Devo, but that's just too little too late. Good boost steal, though, from Devo. I've got Stake in a very awkward spot, and I believe that can be said about the entirety of Vodafone Giants at the moment, or at least until that clear from Stake.
Yeah, it was just that support system from Guild just wasn't there in the midfield. Like, you had Nolly fighting it across that orange net, but without anybody to actually cover the far side there, no one can actually keep that pressure on and keep Giants in an awkward position.
So Devo ends up missing it. Nolly ends up missing it. Foe would be a very, very brave lad to try and go for that one. Infield pass over to Zamway, and no, both teams looking a little
Everybody
bit...
reset.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, relax. We're okay. Just hit the ball.
It's not been the best time, especially for Guild. They are the team that need to reset quicker. So over the top of the challenge. Zamway just keeps it there, but it's only back into the path of Nolly, who wanted to find Devo. Need to get those more direct. At no point now are you going to catch... Well, you shouldn't catch Vodafone Giants overreaching. I'm not going to say you're not going to, because, well, we've seen them play. But those long clears should always have somebody available on the Giants to intercept them. So maybe a different approach needed. Nolly again misses.
It's going to have to be those diagonal crosses along the pitch instead of a straight down the side or something like that, because that horizontal aspect's the only thing that's going to try and give you a little bit of extra room to get that pass through.
All the way back out to Itachi. He's got time. Decides to go for the boom. Why not at the moment?
Yeah.
Guild have proven themselves to maybe be a little bit available to making a mistake. Ooh. Goes off the backboard. Nolly doesn't have the boost. Foe does! Oh! Zamway, yet again, is that defensive wall.
Oh, and he was in such a bad spot, too, as that pressure coming for him. It forced him up the backboard. Though wants a double tap, and Itachi's going to take that one away. And, man, Zamway, hero right now. Nolly, chance to deliver, and spiked away down towards the middle of the pitch.
Back up again. Nolly does not have the boost to try and just tip that beyond Itachi. Gonna go for the backboard one more time. They really want that double tap. Left it for Foe again. Oh. And once again, Giants have got players there. This time they had all three on the goal line. Very difficult to get a shot in from that distance. With 15 seconds left. Guild have their perfect record on the line. And they need to create something. Almost got the flip reset on Nolly. Foe up into the air. He won't be challenged. Instead, we've got everyone back. Zamway leaves it. And in the pinball area, we have got Vodafone Giants taking the series 3-2.
Oh, look at Devo. He's like, man. He's not happy about that. And he shouldn't be. I think they know that a couple of times they kind of just gave one away over to the Giants throughout this series. And what are you going to do? I mean, does it really go all the way back to the freak pinch that started it all off for the Giants? Was that it?
I love that. It was such. The thing is, though, you 100% can believe that they entirely meant to try and do that. And yeah, what a great result for the Giants. They've managed to break their losing streak. They are now 1-2, and when they take on Illusion later on, there is an awful lot to play for, and I can't wait to hear Gibbs sort of break that down. Some other results that have come through. BDS managed to take down Atlanta Wave 3-2, so both of the round 4 matches over in Group A go in the distance. And the same can be said about Group D, not number D, Alphabetical D, as Vitality beat Endpoint 3-2, and Top Blokes lost to Team Liquid over on our sister stream, twitch.tv/UGC 3-2 in that one. So yeah, very, very close matches to kick ourselves off today, and I'm hoping we can get all the more for it. When we come back from break, we are going to see Top Blokes take to the field against Team Vitality.